Hello. Today's practice, we're going to focus on really getting big in the whole rib cage. So expansion of what we call radiant heart. So you can think of radiant heart as your rib cage, as a balloon that expands circumferentially in all directions, in the front, in the back. And we're going to pay particular attention to the low back ribs. You can put your hand there now. A lot of times they get sunken in on people. And almost everybody has it. We're gonna really focus on expanding that area. And when we can expand that area, we can soften the low back a little bit more, which tends to get really tight in people. Also, we want to increase the distance between our shoulder blades so we can get big in the back part. And at the same time, we want to keep the front part nice and full as well. So the shoulders pull up and away from each other. In the front and the back. I just did that opposite, but that's cool. All right, so sitting on the block, we're going to go into Baddha Konasana, which is a modern postural yoga pose, bound angle. So I'm seated on the block. You can't see me because my block matches my mat. But pull your butt cheeks out and grab onto your ankles and then fill those low ribs out. So the tendency here is to either tuck the tailbone and round or to arch it so much that the low back ribs are scrunched. But we don't want to do either. We want to fill those low back ribs and we want to be unencumbered by a tucked tailbone. So if we pull our butt cheeks out, then we can get taller and we can expand more. Okay? So depending on your flexibility in the hips here, your knees might splay open like mine. I'm super hypermobile here, or they may be up really tight. Wherever you're at, give it some resistance, hold on to the knees, and you can let yourself sort of lean back into that. So I'm holding onto the knees. There's a tone in my arm, filling into the back ribs, getting nice and tall, leaning the head back and close our eyes. Let's breathe here for a moment. Each breath in expands radiant heart, all directions, filling the low ribs, the low back ribs, the low front ribs. Breathing. Getting longer in central channel. And then blinking your eyes open. Taking your hands to your ankles and getting nice and big here in the rib cage. So my rib cage is full, filling in the low back ribs, filling in the upper back ribs. And I'm pressing the sides of my feet into the floor, getting a good dig drag going on here. So I'm not flopping, I've not lost tone. And that gentleness of tone in the legs and the arm right here enables my radiant heart to lift full, and I can wiggle it around. So just find some play with your radiant heart here. Move it around. Rib isolations. All the while our central channel's open. And we're sitting on the fronts of our sits bones, so the tailbone lifts. I need to buy a bright pink mat so I don't blend in with it. All right, now we're going to extend the right leg out in front of us. And I'm going to keep a bend in the knee, so I'm keeping the hollow underneath the knee, and I'm pressing the heel into the floor. I've got a dig drag action of the heel going on. So dig drag in the legs, all right? Okay, and I'm going to take my hands to ecstasy, so a dome hand at the side of the head. Shoulders are broad. Fill the space between your shoulder blades, remember. Yeah, and then get big into those low back ribs. Yeah, move them out and around. Good, and then get tall, getting the head back. And then we can start to pulse forward here. Staying tall in the ribs, in the central channel. So I am super flexible here, but you notice I'm not leaning forward that much. If I had less flexibility, maybe my pulse would look a little bit like this. Okay, I'm super flexible, guys, so I'm digging and dragging. Got an activation in both legs. Got radiant heart, lifted. Cool. Good, I'm gonna take my left hand to the outside of the right knee and keep my face in line with my elbow. And I'll twist it open. Hey, let's up, yeah. Doing the twist from the waist instead of the neck. So keeping the chin in line with the sternum. Yeah, that's it. And use your breath to pump it. So inhale, opens up. Big ribs full. Yeah, legs still big dragging. Exhale, close it. And let's switch the legs. Big drag action. So you can even pull the pinky toe side of the foot more towards you to get that fiesta flare going on. Dig drag in the legs. Ecstasy the hands. Get big in the ribs. And then pulse. Yeah. Feel radiant heart, radiant ribs, low back ribs. Engage your roots. Pulse, 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 pulse. One more pulse. Right hand goes to outside the left knee. Yeah. And then we twist. Inhale, twist. Exhale, close. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Walk my feet back. Yeah. And then I'm going to come to Malasana yoga squat. So I don't need my block right now. I'm going to set it aside with a Bowspring version of Malasana. So I'm on the balls of my feet and I got a dig drag going on. Yeah, and I'm going to fill in the low ribs. Feel them expand. So sometimes tilting your head forward enables you to fill in those low back ribs. Get that feeling, that experience, and then open the throat. Yeah, and then dig dragging the legs, get the glutes on. Yeah, oh yeah, dig dragging, it's work. It's work. Okay, and then I'm gonna V-knee, so that right knee goes down. Yeah, and then switch it up. Yeah, okay. So I'm pivoting in the hip socket. My hips aren't really turning. I'm not jutting towards one way or the other. They're relatively staying forward. Yeah, yogi's choice for the arm. So you can do a horizon arm for a little balance or for a little challenge. And ecstasy helps you lift your radiant heart higher. Okay, keep the left knee down and untuck the left toe. So find a hero foot on the left. Step the right one forward a little bit. Cool. We found ourselves in that low lunge, kind of at a diagonal. Step your left hand to the top left corner of the mat for mantis pose. Okay, scoot back a little bit. Yeah, so here we're going to think about filling the ribs first, so those low back ribs. Fill those in. Make sure that hand is forward of the shoulder. It's not underneath the shoulder. So those ribs are full, the side ribs are full. Cool, now you can root. So dig drag of both feet. Dig drag. Yeah, and then we can root. Exhale. Inhale, rise the ribs. Let the right back ribs rainbow towards the ceiling. The head cascades towards the floor. Find your pulse. Yeah. That dig drag helps you root. The ribs make everything so light. So you can feel the low back ribs, specifically the right ones. Cool. Cool. All right, find some stillness. And then dig, drag, lift that right leg to an open leg, okay? Yeah, so it's open leg, activated. Now really lift the right side rib so you get a rounding. Yeah, see how that lifted? Cool. Stay here, or connect the right hand to the right knee. Stretch your belly long. Or, yogi's choice, you can grab the outside of the right thigh, rotate the thigh bone inward, lift the right ribs, cascade the head towards the floor. Yeah, you can find a pulse here. Or you can even kickstand the foot back a little bit and then open the belly towards the ceiling. If you found that open pose, rotate out of it, kickstand your foot back. Hook the right heel on the outside of the left knee for ready cat. Yeah. And then reach the right hand forward to fill in the upper back ribs, the back heart. So really reach to open up that right side rib and then dig, drag to turn on the glutes and sit the butt back. Beautiful. Touch down the right hand, go into spring. And then step your left foot out on the floor. And then step the right one next to it for a Bowspring side plank. Bowspring side plank, great. Dome the right hand as you rise the right ribs. Root the feet and pulse. Hips back, rise. So if you want to get fancy, you can reach the right hand and get more side body opening. Beautiful. Beautiful. And then come back, bring the left knee down. Step the right foot to the mat. Sit back towards your heels, let your ribs rise you up. And then come back to that yogi squat. Find radiant heart. Pull all the way around. It kind of floats you, it lifts you up. Now dig, drag the feet. Let's be me. Arms are yogi's choice. Your right knee goes down, left foot steps forward at a diagonal. Hero the right foot. So that means really press the top of it into the floor to grab the floor. Okay? Slide the right hand out a lot. Yeah, that far. That far. Okay, now is where we get into those back ribs. So that left lower back rib, get big. Push the floor away from that base palm action in the right hand. There's a spring in that arm. Okay, let the head cascade toward the floor. Like you're pouring water out the top of your head. Good. Well, those back ribs are full. Then dig, drag of both feet. Exhale, sit the hips back. Find your pulse. Right arm goes to ecstasy. Or I mean, the left hand comes to ecstasy, my bad. One more pulse. Take the left hand to a dome and lift the left leg to a square leg. So from here, the tendency is that the ribs fall. But instead of letting them fall, let them rainbow, left ribs rise, crown of the head points at the floor. Connect left seed to knee. Oppose them and open the belly. Stay here and pulse, or grab the outer edge all the way around the back of the left thigh. Rotate it open. Kickstand the right foot out to the right. Sit the hips back and open the belly. Good. And then to come out, kickstand that right foot back to where it was. And we're gonna cross the left ankle, hook it outside the right knee. Yeah, bring the left hand to a dome, ready cat. So this one, if you've got tighter hips, you might collapse into that tailbone tuck. So maybe a block would be good for you to come up higher. If you're feeling good here, see how much lightness you can get in the ribs. Maybe you can dome that standing hand. Okay, one more pulse. Bring the left hand down to dome. Dome slides to spring. And then step your right foot to that side plank. Step the left one next to it. Yeah. Rainbow the left ribs towards the ceiling. Squeezing right base palm. And pulse here. You can keep your left hand to a dome, or you can reach it forward and help you open up the side body. Remember, radiant ribs are your whole back and the whole front. Yeah, one more pulse. And then reach left dome hand. Dome slides to spring. And then you can come down to hero. Keep your heart full and then lower your knees. All fours pose. Find a vibrancy in your all fours. Squeeze the base palms. Push the floor away to lift radiant heart even higher. Make sure your hands are wide on the mat so your front part can expand as well. Yeah, root the feet with a dig, drag, and the hero. Yeah, and find a little pulse. Pulsey, pulsey. And a little bit of free movement here. Some creativity. Good job, guys. All right, from the lifting of the right back heart, dome your right hand. Keep your left elbow pointing outward. And then dome slides to spring. Let's try the other side. Lift your left back heart, dome the left hand. Couple pulses. Yeah, cool. Stay here in the dome. Shift your weight to the right and take your left leg to a square leg. So left hand dome, left leg square. Yeah, keep the heart lifted away from the floor. And swing the knee in and take the left leg to an open leg. So a tendency here is to fall into that right shoulder and let the ribs hang low, but rise them, lift them, push them away from the floor. One more pulse. Step the left foot forward halfway on the mat. Cool. Tuck the right toes under and then swivel the right heel to the mat. Setting up tribal feet and then seaweed sway yourself to a stand. Good. Yeah, so that left foot's pointing forward. The right one's at an angle forward. Nice, beautiful. Seaweed sway. Fill into the low back ribs. Root down with your feet. And tone in the arms. Good. Seaweed sway. All right. Bring the left forearm to the inside edge for side coil. Yeah, dig, dragging the feet. Reach the right arm forward. Get the right ribs high. Stretch out. And then dig, drag, lift your tail. Right hand ecstasy. And open. Pulse. Your eyes towards the floor, towards your left foot even. Yeah, look in front of your left foot. That's where we're gonna place the left hand for half moon. Press up, lift up, right leg, and press into right hand. Half moon pose. Beautiful, bend the left leg. Step back to tribal. Seaweed sway yourself back to all fours. Keep the heart high. And simplify all fours. And from the lifting of the right back heart, dome your right hand. Stay nice and light and high in the heart. And then lift the right leg to square leg. Yeah, keep the hollow in front of your right hip. Keep the ribs high. Cool. And then exhale, swing the knee in towards the belly. Keep the belly long. And then open it up. Yeah, here's where the ribs want to sink, but don't let them rise. Tilt the head. Yeah, one more breath. And then step forward. Right foot halfway. Cool. Tuck the left toes under. And then swivel the left heel down. We'll seaweed sway ourselves to a tribal lunge. Seaweed sway. Yeah, equal weight in both legs. Front foot faces forward. Slide the right forearm inside the right thigh. Okay, fill in those low back ribs. You can grab them and pull them out if you need to. Yeah, that comes first. And then dig drag, turn on posterior chain, lift the tail. Push right, left hand forward to help you pulse. And then left hand can come to ecstasy. Keep the back heart full. All right, eyeballs go to in front of the right foot. And then reach right hand there. And then lift left leg, half moon. Keep the standing leg bent. Keep the flying leg active. Cascade the head toward the floor. Breathe. And then step back to the tribal. Seaweed sway yourself to crouching cat. Couple pulses here in the cat. Step wide, and walk your hands back. And lift your heart. Step together, step together. Simplify earth pose. Find your breath. All right. Put the weight in the left foot. Dig drag to lift the right. We'll take it to bonsai. So the sole of the right foot goes to the inside of the left thigh. The right knee is still forward. Okay. So from the side, oopsie. Standing leg is bent. Full ribs. And that knee is kind of diagonal forward. It's not open all the way. It's forward. Yeah, so we can get a squeeze in both butt cheeks. Yeah, a bend in the knee. Let your ribs be full. Lift them up, pick them up. Okay, put one hand to headrest. So left hand goes behind the head, and then the right hand, pretend like you're pressing it into a shelf. Okay, press it, your right hand into the shelf. Help you get long. Lean back into your headrest. Keep your standing leg bent. Full heart. Keeps you buoyant. Pulsing. Or not. Cool. Unhook the hand. Slide the right leg all the way over the left and kickstand the right paw on the other side of the left foot. Press your knees away from each other to lock them into place. Pressure your left knee into the back of your right knee. Yeah. Kick your hands forward and bring your right arm under your left. Wrap your arms and press your palms. Eagle arms. Yeah, that lets you feel your back in. Exhale, sit down. Inhale, rise the ribs, lean back, pulse. And one more pulse. Release the arms, release the legs, seaweed sway it out. Beautiful. Other side. Weight the right leg. Big drag, lift the left for bonsai. The right hand, head rest. Left one is on the shelf. Bend the standing leg. Inhale, lift up, push that shelf hand into the shelf and stretch your belly long. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, lift up, stretch long, lean back. Good, and then slide left leg all the way over the right. Kickstand the foot. So that kickstanded foot can be a lot forward. Yeah, wrap the left arm under the right. Sit the booty back, knees resist. Exhale, root. Inhale, rise. Exhale, root. Inhale, rise. Exhale, root. Inhale, rise. Exhale, root. Good. And then release. Seaweed sway to release. And earth pose. Swing the arms to a chin-up bar. And then lift them to ecstasy. Heels light. Knees resist. Sit bones open. And then we'll crescent to the right. Couple pulses here. Keep your face forward between your elbows. Take your right hand and cup your left elbow. Resist your left elbow outward into the hand. And feel how that opens the left ribs. And then release. Back to ecstasy. Feel both sides of the ribs. Yeah. And then we'll crescent left. Good. Left hand cups the right elbow. And then push it open. Good. And then release. We're going to come back to our mat. Sit and step right foot wide. Sit, step left foot right. And heart full. Radiant heart floats. Reach the arms forward a lot. Don't slide to spring and you can step back. And lower to all fours. Find your breath and simplify. Your radiant heart expands all directions. It expands with breath. It expands as you open the fascia between the ribs. And it also expands in loving kindness for yourself and for others. Feel that expansion in all different ways. And see if you can feel it throughout your day as well. Tuck the toes under. Lift the hips. Crouching cat. Feet press away from each other. Hands press away from each other. Belly's long. Pulsing. Yeah. Twist a cat right, toes and knees, twist to the right, hips go to the left. Yeah, and exhale, sit back. You can dome your right hand here and feel the opening under your right armpit, the right side, but fill into the low back ribs, even the low left ribs. Fill those up first, then dig, drag your feet, exhale, root back. Cool. Okay, couple pulses here. Now bring the right hand to the left forearm for a wishbone. So notice when I did that, I came out of a twist a little bit. So I was here a little bit more open. When I took the wishbone hand, it closed me off a little bit. That's because I'm not as flexible there. So own that and explore it, okay? You can't open as much when you're in the wishbone, but you can open the fascia more because you got a resistance to open up into. Okay, keep the wishbone as you slide the right foot into back cat. Whoa, this is a bind. Okay, swivel both heels towards your left hand. Yeah, and then bring the right hand to ecstasy. For wilder thing, exhale, root the hips back. Inhale, rise, radiant ribs. Look back. Pulse. Good, and then we'll come out of it mindfully. Right hand reaches, dome to spring, feet swivel, back into the cat. And we'll simplify all fours. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips, crouching cat, and twist a cat left, toes and knees to the left. Squeeze the right base palm, springy, dome the left hand. Lift the left side ribs and rainbow the head towards the floor. Yeah. Radiant heart comes first. Pull open those low back ribs in the twist. Okay, now find the wishbone bind. Build more pull and opening in the spiral line of your torso. Good, keep the bind. Step the left foot to back cat. Swivel the heels back towards your left hand. Bring the left hand, or to your right hand. Left hand comes to ecstasy. Wilder thing. And then mindfully come out of it, dome to spring, swivel the feet. Twist the toes and the knees to the right and sit the left hip on the floor by the heels. Okay. Rise the ribs as you tilt the head towards the left hand and slide onto your left side. Bring the right knee on the floor in front of the left. Yeah, belly's long. Push your belly long. Push the outside of your left foot to the floor, the inside of the right foot to the floor. Yeah, and use that to push your belly long. The waistline lifts off the floor. Bring that top arm, that top forearm to the floor. Keep your legs where they are, and then scoot the left forearm back, crawling baby. So feel the twist in the low back. The fascia is opening up. It's crossing at your low back, your lumbar spine. It feels really good. You can take a pulse here. The bigger you get your ribs, the more sensation you'll get in the waistline. Keep your legs where they are. Lift up the right elbow. And then push the left arm through there, come to your side. Okay. And then pretend like you're holding a yoga ball. So legs stay where they are. You're holding a yoga ball with seed hands. Yeah. Okay. Squeeze the yoga ball and then pulse your torso open. You're holding the yoga ball. Now pretend like you're inside the yoga ball and you're resisting outwards. So you're doing two things at once. You're pushing in and holding it, and you're opening up. Okay. Yeah, lean your ears back, open the throat, and pulse your waist open. Cool. All right, roll onto your back. And supine shift yourself back to your mat. Bring your right arm overhead on the floor and roll onto your right side. Scoot your booty back. Bring your top leg on the floor in front of the bottom and bring your left forearm on the floor in front of your chest. Yeah, press the feet into the floor to open the belly. Push your ribs big. And then keeping the ribs big, walk your right forearm back to crawling baby. Legs stay where they are. Fill into the ribs. That's right. All right, lift the left elbow off the floor and swing the right hand through. I'm gonna head back down on the floor and grab a hold of that yoga ball again, so legs stay where they are. Actually press the feet and the knees in the floor to help you dig drag. Yeah, hold the yoga ball with seed hands. And then also resist away too. Pulse yourself open, throat open, head back. And then roll the back of your head back, roll your heart back. And then supine shift yourself back to your center space. Bring your knuckles on the floor over your shoulders, chin up bar arms. Okay. Lift your booty off the floor and then sit it back down with the tail untucked. Yeah. Walk your feet towards your buttocks and lift your heels off the floor. Firmly press your paws into the floor, and then we're going to V-knee again, so hips stay back. Yeah, knees go to the left, heels to the right. And we do have a hovering heel right now, and then we'll swivel the other way. Knees and toes to the right, heels to the left. Yeah, let's deepen the hip socket, and we'll go again. One more time. Reach your arms overhead, walk your feet back a little bit and cross the right ankle over the left knee. Now cross the right forearm over the left forearm. So with the right arm, push the left arm down, and with the left arm, push the right arm up. You see what we're doing there? Cool. And then lift your left foot off the floor. And with the resistance in the crossed arms and a dig drag action in the legs, rock side to side. Good. Now take the knees to the left. Release the cross in your arms and just have like a V vector going on. Arms to the right. Yeah, and then you can open it up a little bit and then close it up to keep the belly long. Come center. And then knees to the right, seeds to the left. Open it up. Belly long, head back. And then close it up, but keep the belly long. Lower the left foot to the floor. And let's cross the other way. So left ankle over right knee. And then we'll cross the left arm over the right arm and resist them into each other. Lift the right foot off the floor. We'll rock right. We'll rock left. And then take a V vector with your arms. Take the knees to the left, the C to the right, and then get long, stretch out, expand, head back. And then bring them in, but keep the belly long, take it the other way. Stretch out, expand, head back. And then bring it back center. Lower the feet to the floor. Take your hands to your bum, untuck the tailbone, and then stretch your legs long on the floor. And then wrap your hands, give yourself a hug, pull your shoulder blades out from your back. And walk your low back ribs back. Get them more stretched open, maybe even more touching the floor. Okay. Pick up your head and open the throat. And then bring the arms to the sides with the palms up. Close your eyes. And see if you can meditate upon that thoracic opening, its physical feeling, and perhaps its metaphysical feeling of an expansion of self and sharing of love and compassion. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out. One more breath in. Sigh it out. And then roll over onto your side. Press your palm to the floor for support inside. Glide to seated. Thank you for practicing today. Namaste.